Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, September 7th. I'm Tom Hansen, and Channel 1 News starts right now. First up today, President Obama is in the country of Laos. That's all the way on the other side of the world, just below China. Obama is the first sitting president to visit the Southeast Asian nation.
I am very honored to be the first American president to visit Laos.
The U.S. and Laos have had a tense relationship since the Vietnam War. In the 1960s and 70s, the U.S. secretly dropped 270 million bombs on Laos, in part to cut off North Vietnamese supply routes. That's like dropping one bomb every 8 minutes for 9 years. A third of those bombs didn't even go off, and now they're causing a huge problem, still blowing up accidentally, often injuring or killing innocent people. That's why yesterday the president pledged more money to help Laos remove the bombs, $90 million over 3 years.
The United States and Laos have agreed to a new comprehensive partnership to guide and deepen our relationship for years to come.
Experts say the president's visit shows that the U.S. is trying to make friends with countries near China to help balance out that nation's growing power in the region. Now, some good news for an animal that has become a symbol of conservation. The giant panda is no longer considered endangered. This week, the International Union for Conservation of Nature said that the panda is now classified as vulnerable instead of endangered. The wild panda population jumped from around 1,600 to more than 1,800 in 2014. It's all because of the work by conservationists who have expanded the forest areas where the animals live, and because of laws which banned the hunting of pandas. While it was good news for the pandas, the report had bad news for the eastern gorilla, which was added to the critically endangered list, making 4 of the 6 great ape species only one step away from extinction. And a consumer group is asking the government to crack down on social media posts by celebrities. Pop star Selena Gomez has the most popular Instagram post ever. This photo of her sipping from a Coca-Cola bottle has more than 5 million likes. Olympian Usain Bolt has plugged Gatorade. Lady Gaga raved about her Dior jeans, but the nonprofit Truth in Advertising says these posts should have been labeled as advertising.
There's restrictions on commercial speech. So if they're getting things for free or they're being paid to post what they're photographing, then there are rules and regulations.
The Federal Trade Commission said in a policy statement last year that consumers must be told in a, quote, clear and conspicuous way when someone is getting paid to promote a product on a social media post, to include hashtags like #ad or #sponsored. Truth in Advertising accused the Kardashian-Jenner sisters of not being upfront about relationships with companies they are promoting to their more than 300 million combined Instagram followers. The reality TV stars ended up changing several of their posts. Now, we want to know what you think. Should celebrities have to make it clear when they're getting paid to promote a product? Head on over to channel1.com to vote, or send us a video to beonch1@channel1.com. Okay, coming up, we put you to the test with a presidential pop quiz.
Do you have what it takes to stop super criminal Carmen Sandiego? Now is your chance in the Carmen Sandiego Returns app. Become an Acme agent. Travel the globe to gather clues. Learn about culture and geography. Complete challenges to enhance your skills. Narrow down your suspects and apprehend the criminals. But there's no time to rest because you're on to the next mission.
Ha! Did you really think it was going to be that easy to catch Carmen Sandiego?
Carmen Sandiego Returns. Download today on the App Store.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Do Your Selfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old pile of t-shirts.
It's not garbage, it's actually a new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
Okay, as the race to the White House heats up, we want to see how much you know about who can be president.
Yep, there are certain requirements because of this little thing called the Constitution. Now let's see if you know what they are. Ready for a pop quiz? Do you know which is not a requirement to be president of the United States? Is it A, You have to be a natural-born citizen, which most experts say means a citizen when you're born. B, have to be at least 35 years old. C, lived in the U.S. for at least 14 years. Or D, held at least one public office. Take 10 seconds. Okay, the answer is D. A president doesn't have to have any experience holding a public office. But you do have to be a natural-born citizen, at least 35 years old, and lived in the U.S. for at least 14 years. If you meet all those requirements, then you register with a political party based on how you think the country should be run. In the U.S., we really have two major parties, Republicans and Democrats, but there are a bunch of smaller parties too. The next step? Caucuses and primaries. Those are the races that started at the beginning of this year, when each state held its own contest. Democrats get together to vote for their favorite Democrat, and Republicans choose their fave. After that, there's only one person left standing on each side. That means it's time for the national conventions, the big pep rally. That's when each party makes it official that they are backing their candidate and ready to face off against each other. That brings us to the final sprint, the general election. Ariel Hickson, Channel 1 News.
And that's what we're getting ready for right now. The general election is when voters head to the polls on November 8th. And one of those choices on the ballot will be Hillary Clinton. Coming up, we wrap up her life.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
This is how you say, it's going to be okay, to someone who just lost everything. That yes, we'll find you somewhere to stay. And yes, your children will have breakfast. Every 8 minutes, the Red Cross responds to a disaster and makes this promise. Help us keep it.
Okay, so over the next few days, we're going to take a look at the presidential candidates and how they got to where they are. Asia's here to talk about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, Tom, Hillary has a really interesting background. A lot of years spent in politics and also as an activist. And you may be surprised at how her views have changed over the years. Here's Hillary Clinton's life with a beat.
Hi, my name is Hillary, I'm running for president. Hope that the people feeling me, I'm wise and intelligent. Raised in the Windy City, you could tell cause I'm gritty. Tough as next tomboy, and I always been pretty. See, I used to run home after softball games. Now I'm hitting home runs when I'm on your stage. Young Republican, accepting life as I come to it. Tried to be an astronaut, NASA only wanted men. But it's cool, I'd rather go to school. Senior body president, representing the youth. Wellesley College, learn to follow the rules. Dr. King dreaming, I see where he dropped the jewels. Turn into a Democrat, then studied at Yale, where I found my true love, but y'all know him as Bill. Mr. President, 93 to 2001. Then I served on the Senate till Barack came and won. Secretary of the State, they don't need to debate. We ain't talking politics, just the life that I made. One daughter named Chelsea, such a beautiful thing. She the reason that I gotta show the world we can change. She's the reason why I gotta show you we ain't the same. Won't be easy, but it's always gonna be sun after rain. Hillary Clinton, y'all just remember the name. I'll be the first female president of USA.
Okay, so I had no idea that she applied to NASA. So cool.
I know. They weren't accepting women at the time, so it was a really bold move. And Hillary hasn't stopped being bold and breaking down barriers. I mean, think about it, Tom. It's the first time a woman's name will be on a ballot for a major political party.
Definitely a big deal, but not everybody is a fan of Hillary Clinton.
That's true. Well, for both Hillary and Donald Trump, they're the least liked candidates ever. And that's because more than half of Americans say they don't like either of them.
So what's the deal?
Well, for Clinton, there are voters who say they just can't trust her. She's had several scandals. While she was Secretary of State, instead of using the official server to send her emails, she used a private one at her home, which many say put top secret information at risk. And Clinton has also been accused of giving political favors to people and groups who donated to her nonprofit group.
Well, it'll definitely be interesting to see how it pans out on Election Day. Thanks, Asia. Now let's hear what our Team One vote has to say about Hillary Clinton.
I support Hillary Clinton because I know that she's a strong leader, and I think that she really knows what she's doing. She already has so many people on board, and just like everybody else, I'm convinced that she's gonna carry out America like the way it is, which it's a pretty great country. It's cool, it's chill.
Well, I think Hillary Clinton's experience as Secretary of State was actually a negative aspect of her campaign. Her time as Secretary of State has been a proven failure. I believe that Hillary Clinton is a third term of the Obama administration, and the Obama administration, in my opinion, has been an absolute failure.
I think that Hillary Clinton is arguably the most prepared candidate for president in the history of the United States. I think youth should absolutely get fired up for Hillary. She is an exciting historical candidate. You know, I'm not voting for her because she would be the first female president, but that is absolutely a big deal. It's about time.
Well, there you have it. Love hearing from Team One vote. Tomorrow we wrap up Donald Trump's life, something to look forward to. See you then.
I am gay, I come only once a day. I'm your mailman. Flip your knockers, ring your bell. Gee, I bet you think I'm swell.
Good morning, Shafer Sharks. I'm Melissa, along with Faith, Suzanne, and Leah. It's Wednesday, September 7th, Day A. Today is National Neither Snow Nor Rain Day. This day commemorates the opening of the United States Post Office in 1914. The inscription on the building reads, "Neither snow nor rain, not heat nor gloom of night, stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. Thank you, postal workers." And it's Shafer's Back to School night. And now, would you please rise for the pledge to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may now be seated. Please listen to our morning announcements.
Today's weather, mostly sunny today with a high of 91 degrees. For lunch, Philly cheesesteak on a whole wheat roll, onion rings, and fresh cucumbers and dip. For dessert, fresh grapes along with your original healthy milk.
The happy birthday wishes will be coming really soon, so stay tuned.
The library is open today. I repeat, the library is open.
Today's Shark announcements. Attention those interested in playing football. Tryouts will be held on Thursday and Friday of this week after school until 5:10. You must have a sports physical completed and handed in to the school nurse in order to try out. Make sure to bring cleats to the tryout as well. Thank you, Coach Hanley and Coach Tyrion.
Did you know that every year an estimated 250,000 new cases of cancer affect children under the age of 20 worldwide? The month of September is Children's Cancer Awareness Month. Please help SGA support Alex's Lemonade Stand by making a donation at lunchtime on Fridays during the month of September. You may enjoy a delicious cup of lemonade for any donation. For more information, please see Mrs. Franklin in room 201 or go to www.alexslemonade.org.
And now here's Suzanne. As a reminder, students should take their assigned buses home. Students are not allowed to go home with friends on other buses. Drivers are checking their list of students. Thank you.
Lights, camera, action. Have you ever dreamed of a career in broadcasting? Want to be a news anchor? Well, here's your chance to audition/try out. Next Thursday, attend an informational meeting to find out about Sunny Side Up. Meet in room 206 at 3:15.
Arctic/Garden Club will be holding their first meeting on September 20th in room 111. See Ms. Conlon for permission slips and details.
You know, I am still super excited to start another school year and to show my shark pride.
What? Could it be you still don't know about our shark pride? Well, we will sing it for you. Shafer students are highly positive. Shafer students are always prepared. Respectful and responsible, kind and helpful, safe and healthy. Shafer students are Shafer sharks.
And once again, it's time to dive into our shark tank and share a splash about Mr. Hanley.
Did you know that Mr. Hanley loves to go fishing? He also goes bird watching. I think we are safe to say that Mr. Hanley enjoys the outdoors. We know he is super athletic, and he played rugby at Westchester University. You can find Mr. Hanley in the gym teaching physical education.
And that concludes the show for today. Make sure to share with your parents that tonight is back to school night starting at 6:30. Make this day an awesome one.
Keep it classy, stay beautiful.
Today, I'm your mailman. Flip your knockers, ring your